Hey, what's up everybody? Pen here. So this is basically a week and some change later. This is an update on the T-Mobile 5G home internet, and what came included at no additional cost was the Tvision Android TV dongle essentially. And this is of course by T-Mobile. So this is the actual device here. It's fairly small, as you can see, and it connects through micro USB, which is what you see here. But a key question is going to be, can you connect storage to this and can you hardwire? And the answer is yes. So I've showed off this cable before. This is SMAIS. This is a hub. There's the Ethernet port right here. And you can connect this to the device so that you can get your side loading on, or if you want to have some extra stuff or additional things like maybe playing a file or something, that is all possible. This is one of the many examples. SMAIS, I've showed this off on my channel plenty of times, and this is what I'm going to use here. But the purpose of is to show the Wi-Fi on the T-Mobile 5G. So even though you can hook this up to Ethernet, I'm going to quickly disconnect it. So I'm going to get everything set up here. So what I'll do, here's a device. One end, wrong side. One end goes into here, like that. Okay. Now, this is on my computer setup because I plan on recording through OBS. But essentially, if you have enough power on your source, you can plug it directly in this way. If you do not, take the original package cable. You see this? I'm going to unclick it like that. Plug this into here like this. And you're going to get the best power that you can. This is personal preference, okay? Now, because I already have it plugged in, I'm going to set mine up this way. So this is a quick start guide. This is what came in a box, basically giving you a guide of everything and what you'll need and things like that. Just details, instructions, nothing spectacular. Nicely presented though. For the flash drive of choice, I'm going to be using a Micro Center USB 3.1 16 gigs. I'm going to try this out, see if it's compatible. Most likely it is, but I have had comments in the past saying that certain drives were compatible and certain ones wasn't, and that is a possibility here. This is the remote. So what I like about the remote is that it doesn't do anything original in terms of its design, but simplicity wise, it's a nice design and it's functional. Got the Google Assistant right here, record button, home, a back, all the essential features, up, down, left, right, turning the device sound up or down right here. So here there's a dedicated YouTube and Netflix button towards the top, and then T-Mobile is advertising, they partner up with YouTube TV. They got their DVR, their TV, their guide here. I'm not going to be showing that here on this platform. For those of you that are in cord cutting, you know how to get around YouTube TV and you know how to save more money. Power button and then another power button input right here. So, and excuse my hands, I've been washing my hands like more frequently, so they seem a little ashy. My apologies. And yeah, overall, nice remote. The back, you can access the batteries, and it comes with batteries with this, so you just put them in here, slide it back in, and you are good to go. So nice remote, and it's pretty solid. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to hook this device up. So this is the device once again here, and I'm going to get my HDMI video capture. I'm simply going to hook this up because I'm doing a video. Wrong way. I'm going to connect it like that. And I'm going to boot into it and show you guys what I like about it, what I don't like about it. This is a very similar setup to the on-box Dynalink. If you're dealing with Android tvOS, typically it's going to look the same, but they have a little bit of distinct differences. But as far as the general setup between majority of them, it's fundamentally the same. So wanna see what we can do with this. Hey everybody. So remember what I said a little earlier about being able to expand storage and the ability to hardwire this device? That would be true under normal circumstances. This is a locked down, more of a stripped down version of Android tvOS. And if you're not interested in Tvision, basically T-Mobile have their own service directly through this. I don't really see much of a reason to buy this. I'll be perfectly honest with you guys here. So one thing that stands out is this. If I go to the settings, so you see here, I am connected to the T-Mobile 5G home internet, and I'm going to do some speed tests shortly about this. When I go to device preferences, it looks like Android tvOS, which is fine. The only thing that I changed here is really going to the about, hitting the build several times until I become a developer. And honestly, to get this thing moving, you go into developer options and you scroll all the way down until you reach the animation settings. That's literally all that I touch. The Windows animation scale, the transition, and the animator. I put these all at dot 5x. Originally, they're at 1x. That's about it for this. This is pretty bare bones. It says set live TV provider. When I click into this, it's going to bring up YouTube TV. Now, they are partnered with YouTube TV, but the thing that this device lacks is USB-C and the Ethernet capabilities. Assuming that it was Android tvOS, I thought things was going to be fair and well. But taking a deeper look into this thing, this is a stripped down version, and I just can't recommend this. Now, I'm gonna go to AIDA64 here. Okay, so you see that the hardware is an Amlogic, and I'll have more of the descriptive specs in the description. Of course, model is Tvision. Manufacturer is SEI Robotics. 2 gigs of RAM. As you can see there, the total memory, the available memory, internal storage. So there's not a lot of internal storage with this thing. Based on the specs that I researched before this, 2 gigs of RAM, 8 gigs of storage. Once this installs, go through all the updates, whatever the case may be, you're left with not much. When I installed all these applications, I have more, but they're not very YouTube friendly, to be honest. I cannot remove Netflix from here. And when I hold down, press it, my only option is open. Versus with YouTube, I can remove from favorites, I can move it, or I can open it. With Netflix, I cannot get rid of this. Now, of course, I can get around that by installing a custom open source application and having my front end go through that. But if I didn't want this there, that's a problem. You can't not move that. You can't move apps. I do like the background, and I like the customized channels because it brings up a slightly different look. That's a little bit different from what we're accustomed to. Um, Side loading is pretty easy through Explorer. Once again, YouTube is giving me warnings about this type of content with side loading, so I will not be going into that. I'm going to show my analytic now. Let's do a speed test here, and this is with the T-Mobile 5G home internet. So as you can see, I'm getting okay 130 on the down, and the upload is okay. It's not the best up, but hey, as far as streaming, this is perfectly fine for IPTV, watching movies, just even Remus content. Through AT&T, I'm only getting about 80 down, and with this, I'm almost getting sometimes double or triple. Just depends on what time of day it is. So I'm gonna run it again. Turn this fan on here. You gotta hear some background noise. It's a little hot in Detroit, so please keep that in mind. And with this second test, I'm getting 164 down. So this is very excellent. My thoughts on this device is honestly, if you have a good or great network, this is going to benefit you. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys. The only reason why I'm doing a video on this is because it came with my T-Mobile 5G home internet at no additional cost. I would not recommend this. This is $50 on T-Mobile site, and that's going to include taxes and additional fees, especially if you rack up their service. And I'm assuming there's a benefit with it if you're already part of the T-Mobile family. But even with Google Assistant, even with the Android tvOS features, this wouldn't be something that I would recommend. I would honestly would rather you guys get a Dynalink, a Walmart on box, a Chromecast, a Mi Stick, heck, even a TiVo Stream 4K over this. Has Google Play Store, you know, it is a certified device. It got the Netflix license and things like that, but it's not ideal. The lack of USB-C and Ethernet makes it way below its competition. And honestly, the design of the UI, even though it's pretty decent, you see that branded Tvision in the upper left-hand corner. It can be a bit distracting at times, but like I said, there's ways to get around that. And it's featured with YouTube TV. So cutting the cable cord, if you like the ecosystem with T-Mobile and how they go about things, is this device for you? Sure, if you're using their service. If you're not using their service, this device is not for you. It's not at all for you, actually. And there are better alternatives, like the Walmart On Box, the Dynalink. I recommend that fully. Chromecast, excellent. TiVo Stream 4K, the Mi Stick. There are better Android tvOS devices than this. This is locked down in a sense. And I just got the bare bones essentials on here. So great thing about this situation is that the internet is very stable, and I'm getting double and triple the speed, so I don't get any buffering on this device. This device is perfect for streaming. If you simply want to stream and do nothing else, run any application that you can side load with Android, this device can run it. It definitely runs IPTV. You don't need a powerful device for IPTV at all. However, there are better alternatives when it comes to spending your money, and I think money is better spent with the Walmart, the Dynalinks, for example. I don't think this is going to quite cut it. You'll get it if you get the T-Mobile 5G home internet, but I wouldn't recommend you buying it just solo. So that's pretty much it on my thoughts on this device. It doesn't do anything too spectacular. It's not original. Honestly, just Android tvOS is getting a little boring at this point, and there's not a lot of originality and just innovative ideas when it's coming to this operating system on these devices. T-Mobile didn't do well. They actually did it a lot worse, much worse, in my personal opinion. Leaving this Netflix at default, not being able to switch around the Netflix, take it off, not having the ability to hardwire despite having the capable hardware for this. And there are just far better alternatives. So if I were first impressions, mediocre, if I had to give a rating on this, simply for streaming, it's great. It's great. But for the alternatives in which you want to do with this device, with the hardware that I currently have at this table right now, overall, I would have to give it a 5 out of 10. So it would be a no buy if I had to do this as a solo purchase, but this came for free. So let me know what you guys think about this. And I apologize, I can't show everything that I want to show because YouTube is giving me warnings, but I did want to let you guys know about this device in general and how it worked with my T-Mobile 5G home internet. It's a solid streaming experience. It just isn't all the way put together solid device experience, and that's what's most important here. Okay, so you guys take care and peace out. Thank you for watching.